second time now. I'm vlogging. I wanted to vlog this because I did not find many videos online about this stuff. So this exam has me so tripped out. It's not even funny, but I know that I walk with the Lord. I know that God's going to give me the strength to get through it. But I just want to show my hubby. So yeah, I didn't make the first exam. The first biopsy, I couldn't do it. It was too difficult for me because in August I had a car accident. So I had a herniated disc in my neck and my back. It was really, really difficult to stay laying in one position for that long. So I tried it like 3 times. The girl was okay. I think it makes a world of a difference if the tech is nice. She was all right. So it was a lot of things working against me, so I couldn't do it, and I was crying on the way out. Really beating myself up about it. So now we're going to Celebration Hospital, which is one of my favorite hospitals here in Florida. They're just up to par with all of their equipment, and they're just good. They specialize in stuff like this, so I was comfortable, even more comfortable coming here. So anyway, I just want to jump on and tell you that I don't know about anybody else, but I'm really nervous to the point where I'm sick to my stomach. My nerves are rattled, but I've been praying. I have my sister praying for me, and I think it's the not knowing that drives you crazy more than anything. For those of you that have anything scheduled like this, it's the anticipation that builds up that's like really can get the best of you. So I just say rest in the Lord, because I can't imagine if I wasn't walking with God how worse this would be. So it's okay to feel a certain way and ask questions to yourself and even talk about it and take a breath, but it is not, I mean, it is a valid emotion that you're feeling doing this. So I want to just put that out there because I didn't find any videos on that at all. And I was like bummed out that nobody really talked in detail about their procedure. So this is beforehand. I will jump on after and then talk about what the procedure was like. And I will say this, I had to get a sedative because I was, sorry, I had to get out of my bag. I got clonazepam 0.5 milligrams because I was that anxious. Like it's funny. I've never been this anxious in my entire life ever over anything. But this has really just really trumped me. Like it's really like got the best of me. And I know that God says that He doesn't give you fear, but a peaceful mind and of power and strength. So I'm just standing on that word and believing that God's going to just give me that while I go through the process. So like I said, it's the not knowing. So if you need to get something, you can totally ask your doctor for any kind of sedative that would help you relax. It's my first time taking this, so I don't even know what this is going to be like, but I did research, and the research says that it should relax you and calm you and what have you. My hair's a little messy, so we'll see. I'll let you know how this works too. But are we about 5 minutes away? About 5 minutes away. I'll take some pictures of the place, and yeah, that's it. So God bless you, and I love you. Peace out. We can do all things. Yes, we can. Bye. Hi guys. All right, so as promised, I was going to talk about my breast biopsy that I had done today. I was resting a little bit because I was not feeling good at all, and so I had my ice pack on there, and so I wanted to just kind of talk about it and tell you guys what the experience was like for me. Yeah, it was not good. I will be honest. But I don't know if that was just me. It could just be me because I was already having pain. So let me just start from the beginning because I don't believe that in my other video I shared that. I have an ice pack on my boob, but I'll get into that in a minute. So I think a couple months ago, I want to say probably 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, I wasn't feeling so good with my boobies. My boobies were hurting. And I was having pain and I was really itchy. So I thought, oh, this is a weird, symptom. They were constantly itchy. I was thinking maybe it was the soap I was using or something that was off that was causing that. But I just remember having a lot of pain. And it was on and off. It wasn't continuing. There were some days that it was constant, and then there were some days that it wasn't. It just kind of came and, would come and go. It's the best way that I'm in my daughter's room, by the way. She's got her whole little mirror fixed. And I thought, oh, this would be a perfect place to do the video. So I'm stealing her spot right now. So anyway, so I went for my mammogram on my birthday, actually. And I don't know if I shared this, but I gotta try this. My daughter has this. She's gonna be mad. It's nice though. Okay. So anyway, I went to my doctor and told him, hey, I'm having, discomfort or whatever. And then she's like, oh, you need to go to your mammogram. It's been 3 years, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, wow, 3 years. It has been some time. So yeah, let's get that scheduled. So then they scheduled me for my birthday. So I remember going in and I got checked out like all other routine times, got checked out. I was supposed to get an ultrasound, but they didn't do the ultrasound. So I went and had some pictures, went sit in the sitting room, the waiting room, if you would. And then she's like, hey, the doctor wants to take more pictures. We went back in, took some more pictures on my left side. And I was like, all right, didn't think anything of it. And she's like, oh, you can get dressed. I was like, do I have to do the ultrasound? She's like, no, you don't have to do the ultrasound, but the doctor wants to talk to you. So I was like, okay. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, that's the first time I've ever had a doctor want to talk to me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I went and this time I was on the phone. So it wasn't anything that he was there. We actually talked over the phone. He's like, hey, Miss Rodriguez, we found some calcifications. They look very suspicious. And we really need you to go get a biopsy. So I was like, all right. Well, so for me, this was new, like complete new territory. I was like, oh my God, I have to get a biopsy. What's going on? So I just kind of my mind was overwhelmed. And I was like, all right, cool, no worries. I'll follow up. And then I think about a week, I want to say about a week later or almost a week and a half, I had that scheduled. But I was very intentional. And I just really want to share that, be very proactive on your own health. Don't wait always for the doctor to give, or the mammogram place to give your doctor the results. I used to work in medical, so I know that sometimes that can take an extra couple weeks. If you feel like something's off, then just, you go and make sure that you go get your film, your CDs, and then you go and take them to wherever it is that you need to go to get the mammogram done. Just don't wait for the doctor, because remember, the doctor's busy. You're not the only patient there. And so they're going to be taking other people, and it could take up to 2 weeks before you even get scheduled. So I was really quick. I was like, I need to go to the hospital. I need to go get my records. And I took my records and I took them to the Simon Med Imaging, got everything scheduled, got my doctor to approve it. Luckily, I have a relationship with my doctor where we actually know each other. She used to be my mom and dad's doctors before mine. So that was easy. So then I get scheduled and I go to the mammogram. Now it's a stereotactic biopsy, breast biopsy, which is laying down. So there are 2 different ones. And this is where I struggled the most. And this is why this was a problem for me, because I had a car accident. And in my car accident, I had a herniated disc in my neck. And in my lower back, I had 3 of them in my neck. And I don't know, I think 2 in my lower back. So it was already in my mind thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to lay down for 45 minutes straight, which I'm going to put a picture of it somewhere along the video to show you. And then you put your boob in the little hole and it locks you in. So when I went, I was already anxious and nervous because I had done research, and I was looking at, when I picked up my mammogram diagnostic report, I was reading what it said, and I had microcalcifications in a linear heterogeneous morphology, and it was 2.7 centimeters in length. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I did research on all that. I wouldn't even get into that. For now, I'm just believing that my tests are going to come back negative and I'm not going to have anything. So we'll just leave it at that. If something was to come out other than that, then I'll make a second video. And that video is going to be where I'm going to say everything was benign or it was positive. So either way, I'll make a video. But for now, I just want to stick to this topic. So I get there, and the girl wasn't that nice, to be honest. And I worked medical, so I love, staff that walks in love, that really just care about their patients. This girl was like, so we're going to do a stereotactic mammogram, and you're going to place your body here, and then we're going to do this. We're going to la, 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 la. It was so quick. And I'm just like, oh my God, like this is my first time doing this. And I'm already sick to my stomach, and I was nervous, and my nerves were back because, when you see the videos, there's a really long needle that they use to puncture a hole. So after you lay in the bed, just to give you a brief explanation, there's going to be a flat bed, and the bed is made out of metal. So there's no cushioning whatsoever. So it's metal on body, which is already uncomfortable. So it's going to be uncomfortable for any person, let alone add different health issues that may be going on that could make it even more challenging, which was my situation. So just keep that in mind, that it's not going to be the most comfortable position. But I later found out that there's an upright position stereotactic biopsy that you can do, which is the one I decided to do, long story short. But anyway, I tried to get into the position. I put my boobs in the little thing. She clamped me down. As soon as because after you put your boob in there, it's like the mammogram exam. It comes and it squeezes you and it holds you and locks you in place, and you cannot move. It's hard to breathe in. So if you're anxious, it was hard for me to take a deep breath. I had to lay like this with my head to the side and my arm down, which was hurting my neck. So it was just, everything was not working. I tried 3 times and I couldn't do it. So I ended up leaving, got dressed, and I was really emotional, crying, because I didn't want to, when you're being told, hey, we found something, it's suspicious. I just want to add that those are genuine emotions that you are going to think, maybe what if it is cancer, or what if it isn't? But those thoughts cross your mind. Those questions do come, and they're perfectly normal. So don't let anybody tell you that they're not normal, because they are totally normal. In my opinion, you have to decide which way you want to ride. I decide to, because I'm Christian and I believe in the Lord, I just was really just surrendering everything to Jesus, saying, God, I know that you have me. I know that you're protecting me. I know that whatever this is, you're going to walk it out with me no matter what. So I wasn't saying, God, like, how some people freak out and they're like, oh God, I was just like, God, whatever your will is, I love you. I believe in you. I know that you want good for us. But even if it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, I know that even that you would use for my benefit and for something, you know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't worried about that. I was really more overwhelmed by the exam and the process of that whole procedure that was really tripping me out. So I was like, man, I don't know what this is going to be like. This needle's huge. It's got to go through your breast in like a really speedy, like a fast way. And I was just like, am I going to feel anything? I'm going to be awake. All those things were driving me crazy. So I didn't do the first stereotactic. So then I was really kicking myself in the butt. So I was like, man, now I got to wait another 3 weeks to a month. They were talking about me I was scheduled for I was scheduled for February, the first week of February. I think it was the 11th, which was not bad because I had my mammogram on the 24th. So I had all that time to think about this. And then since I didn't do the exam, I was again, oh my God, I have all this time to think about this. I can't put myself through that misery. So I said, okay, I'm not going to go because Simon Med wanted to schedule me sometime in late March. I'm like, no, I don't want to wait that long. You've got to be able to get me in, especially that it's a BiRAD4. You never know, blah, blah, blah. And they tried their best. And then she said, well, we can bump you up to March 2nd. But I was like, that's still not good enough because I don't want to go 3 weeks wondering and worrying. And that alone can give you anxiety. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but you're Christian. It doesn't matter. If I can love the Lord immensely, I'm still going to have those emotions. And they're perfectly normal. Don't let anybody tell you like, oh, but you believe in the Lord. You can believe in the Lord. You're still going to walk. You have to walk this out. You know what I'm saying? You have to walk every emotion out. So anyway, I ended up going to Florida Hospital, which is a really great hospital here in Orlando, Florida. And I live in Davenport. So it's 20 minutes from me and it was perfect. And they're up to par with their equipment. So I was like, I'm just going to go there. And that's where I originally had my mammogram. So I was like, it makes sense to just kind of go there. So I went there in person, showed my records with my CDs in hand. This is what I'm talking about, being proactive on your own health. I didn't wait for them to send stuff. I literally picked up my stuff and brought it to the place. That this is my mammogram. This is what's going on. I had my mammogram in 2017 with nothing going on. And now I have a 2.7 centimeter, whatever. And I explained that. And then she's like, all right, let's get you in. So she got me in scheduled the following week. So I was scheduled February 21st. So it was okay. So I only had to wait 10 more days, which was way better than waiting a month and a half. So I'm like, all right, which was the worst 10 days of my life, to be honest. Because I was like, man, because you try to do life, but those things still come into your mind and you're doing research and all that. And you can do research, but just don't drive yourself crazy with it, because it will. And most of these are benign, so we'll find out. Anyway, today I went and got it done. I love this place because the girls walked in humility and love, and they were so sweet to me. And the doctor was really amazing. And I just remember, and I'm going to be honest, I was in an upright sitting position when they put me in. I'm going to put pictures in my video so you can see it. Probably at the end, I'll figure out where to put it. But basically, they put me in a chair, and then they brought me up to the mammogram stereotactic machine that looks like a mammogram almost, but it's kind of to the sideways, and you'll see it in the photo. And basically, you put your breast in. So you put your breast in. Actually, they give you all these to make sure that you have a tag that says left breast is that we're going on, that you don't have any known allergies, and then your information, so they know that it's you and not another patient. So they do all that, and then they put you in the machine, and then she has to take pictures first. So they put you in, and mind you, I have had a lot of breast pain, and I didn't forget. I forgot to mention this, but 2 days before, or 3 days before the exam, actually 3 days before, I ended up going to the hospital because I had immense pain in my breast. Like it felt like a burning sensation, and my breasts were feeling warm, and my right breast was hurting too, which was really weird because it was mostly my left, but both of my breasts were hurting. And my husband took me to the ER room, and my blood pressure was like 184 over 106. Don't even know what that was about. I just was like, I need to go to the hospital. I don't know if I was anxious. I don't know what was going on. But there wasn't much they could do for me. They said, hey, we think you might have some kind of inflammatory disease, but you're on the right path going for the breast biopsy. So I'm like, all right, cool. And they gave me some Vicodin, which really made me itchy all night. So I couldn't sleep. Didn't go to bed till like 5:30 in the morning. So it was crazy. But then the next morning I was feeling a lot better. So the pain kind of comes and goes. So it's really weird. But again, I'll get resolution after. So anyway, back to the biopsy. So she brings me up, and they put my breast in, and they had to really tighten it even tighter than you would a mammogram, because they had to find where the calcifications were. So I was like, all right, cool. But I was in pain. So, and then the doctor came in, but they were so sweet. The nurse would come to the right, she would rub my shoulder. She's like, are you okay? And she held my hand, which really made a world of a difference. You know, that matters, because if you have staff that's not being really kind and sweet, then you're not going to have an enjoyable experience, and you may stress out more. But these guys were like amazing. So anyway, he starts with the needle. He's like, well, we're going to start giving you anesthetics to numb the area. I felt everything. I felt it. They said it was like a bee sting, but for me, it was not a bee sting. It hurt. The needle hurt. I don't know how. I'm not trying to scare you, but it did hurt. It was a tolerable pain, but I was like, you know, like it just hurt. Is the best way I can say. And then he would go deeper. So he gave a couple of shots, and then he would go a little deeper. And he said, are you feeling that? And I said, yeah, I feel everything. So I don't know if it just took me a little while, because I also have rheumatoid arthritis. So it could be that my body is it was just my personal experience with that. But anyway, so the next thing I know, he's like, well, we're going to get the needle ready. And I'm thinking, oh God, you know, because I know that it makes this big noise. So he's like, so you're going to hear a lot of noise, but don't worry. And literally, it sounded like somebody shot me. It felt like it was like a big, whoosh, like a really big, I hate making that noise, but that's what it sounded like. And I guess it went inside me, but I did feel that it was, they say pressure, but for me, it was a stinging sensation and pressure together. So at this point, I have my arm on the thing, and they're working on the left, so I have my head down. And I'm crying because I'm just so anxious from everything, even though I took the clonazepam, which really did help. Had I not had that sedative, oh my God, which you can ask your doctor for, by the way. You can request a sedative if you get anxious. And that really worked for me. It was 0.5 milligrams, but it was great. It really calmed me a lot, but I still was like very emotional for whatever reason. I don't even know why I was crying, but it was like, it was a pain, but it wasn't, but it was like, oh, why am I going through this? It was a lot of emotions. So we're females, we're women. Women are like this. This is what it is, you know? So anyway, so after that, I felt that initial like gunshot, if you would. And I guess the needle was in. I didn't look at all because everything was going on here, and I was just turning to the right. And that's when the nurse was holding my hand, and she was so sweet. And he said, so we're almost done. We have 5 more minutes. We're taking more samples. And you hear, like all this suction noise, which I'm assuming is pieces of my breast coming out. So after that, what happened? Oh, he said, so we're done. We're just going to go ahead and clean you up and stop the machine. They stopped the machine. Then the girl, Felicia, she was so nice. She's like, I'm going to remove the needle. She removed the needle. She cleaned it up. But I guess I was bleeding a lot because she kept saying, we've got to get you to stop bleeding. Because if she doesn't apply pressure, then the blood can go in the breast and that can cause more problems. So on top of all that I went through, she had to really, like, I'm talking really pushing in my breast. She laid me down. She actually moved me out of the machine and laid me flat on my back. And she started pressing in such a way. So although I have microcalcifications, I actually have a lump there too. So it's weird because I have the lump and I have microcalcifications, or the lump is microcalcifications. I don't know. Because every time I ask, they're like, oh no, you shouldn't feel it. But I'm like, but there is something there, which is so weird to me that they cannot pick this up. It's the craziest thing, because 6 years before I had been complaining about this and none of my doctors could find any lump, nothing. But my husband felt it, I found it, my husband confirmed it, and my family can confirm it. But for whatever reason, my doctors cannot find or feel that lump, which is weird. And even the doctor now had said, no, they're so tiny you wouldn't be able to feel it. I'm like, no, I have a mass there. Like, it's really weird. So I'll worry about that after, wait till the results. It's gonna be 3 days, but I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna step up a little bit. So I have an ice cube. Basically, they give you these when you're done with the procedure, because she was like really pressing in there to stop the bleeding for like a good 5 minutes. And then they gave me these, which these are great. They're little breast booby ice packs. And so I got 2 of them, which is great because sometimes I have pain here and here, but I'm just, for now, I'm using the both here, and you just kind of put them in your sports bra, and then it just feels really, really good. Like, I'm in a lot of pain right now, though, to be honest. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you really quick. It's okay. I'm not going to show you my entire boob. I'm just going to cover it just to show you this is where they went. Because I wanted to see stuff like this, but of course they wouldn't show you that. No one could show you that online. So this is where they actually shot me through, but the calcifications are actually up in here in this region. So yeah, it was really interesting, but this is where they put the needle through, and it was really like, yeah. So I just wanted to show that you have to wear a sports bra too. That's going to be your best friend. Don't wear a regular bra because you'll be very uncomfortable. So I just wanted to show you this so you get an idea, because I looked for videos and I didn't see any of that. Nobody shared that. And I do have a little bit of bruising, but I can't show you that unless I show you my actual boob, which I'm not allowed to do on YouTube. So, but how I'm feeling now, even though I'm talking, I had a lot of pain. I'm supposed to rest and sleep and not carry anything over 10 pounds. You're not supposed to do any of that. But I'm Latin with 4 kids and my husband, and I don't know how to sit still. So I did nap for like 2 hours, and then I got up and wanted to do a little shopping. So I did. I didn't lift anything, but it was really, I guess it affected me a lot because I was feeling really tired and I was feeling like a lot of pain. So I am in a lot of pain right now, and I had to take Tylenol. I took 2 Tylenols, 675 milligrams each capsule, so I took 2. So that's about 1,300 milligrams, but and it has acetaminophen, so it should help me sleep. But so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm letting these little ice breast ones freeze in the freezer, and I'm just using this big one right now that I had from my neck injury. And this is great because I just kind of put it there and it feels good. So I am going to go rest now, but I really just, before I rest it, just really wanted to share the whole experience, because it wasn't horrible. It's doable. You can do it. I wouldn't recommend laying down. Absolutely not, unless you're good with being in a position like that. I was not. So an upright position was easy peasy, but it did hurt. I did feel it. I have a lot of pressure and like the best way to explain the pain that I'm feeling is like a throbbing, shooting pain right now. And I already had that before, but I feel like, I did have a needle go by this long taking stuff out. So I took a picture of my specimen, which I'm also going to add, but we'll see. So the next video I'm going to make is going to talk about my results, whether they're benign, whatever it is that's going on. I need to know, and I'm going to share it with you guys because I think there needs to be more videos on that. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. For those of you guys that followed me with my hysterectomy, I just want to add to that and just tell you that I'm still doing really amazing with that. It's been 6 years. It has been the best thing still. I haven't had any side effects from the hysterectomy at all. I feel like it really gave me a great part of my life back, because I was very sick during that time, and I had a lot of fibroids. I had tumors, ovarian cysts, you name it. My uterus was really just my nemesis. It was affecting me more than anything. And so this could very well be a tumor, who knows, because I'm prone to them, and I was very prone to them with my uterus, and so I now have nothing. So that's the other thing I want to add with the breast thing. I don't have ovaries, I don't have a uterus, nothing. Everything was taken out, fallopian tubes, everything. So I shouldn't have breast pain, is the weird part. So I'm really eager to find out what it is. And in 3 days, which will be sometime next week, so I should be making a video, 22, sometime between the 25th of February or the 26th, there should be a video talking about my results and what it is, and then what steps we'll take from there. So, all right, you guys, be blessed. Love you, ladies. God loves you. I love you. And be blessed. You can do all things. If you guys need prayer, want to talk, I am me. Please subscribe. That helps me out. So if you check the little subscribe button, you'll be able to follow all my updates. So God loves you. God bless you. Bye.